Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
What's up, spiritual baddies? It's April Lacey here with the Phoenix Collective. We are a group of like-minded individuals dedicated to this process of self-ascension and personal growth. We are arming ourselves with love and light. And by love, I mean that understanding that we are all connected as one, that we're all fractals of self, right? We are all God in a universal consciousness that's connected to our higher self and then to our own individual beings that are just separated by this false illusion of ego, okay? But really, we understand that we're all suffering the human condition together. So anyway, and then light, and by light, all I mean is that sort of clarity, right? That whoosh, that just pierces that veil and illuminates with nothing but truth. All right. And when you're armed with the truth, you're able to combat fear and ignorance, which is really the only thing that's separating us with that ego. Welcome. Okay. I am a intuitive. I read and provide guidance on the self-healing journey, right? High vibe and stuff, okay? Like I use these cards to illuminate personal truths so that we can ascend and then use that personal growth to help heal the collective, okay? So this is a process, but it begins with self and self-love. All right. I'm glad you're here today. All it takes to be a member is to just have the balls to look at yourself. Okay. To dare to actually go within and try and figure this shit out. And it's scary, but the only way, you guys, the only way to face fear is to step directly into it. All right. There's no skirting that shit. There's no leaning. You got to just go for it. And well, it might make you feel out of control at first. You're going to find it's very freeing when you present yourself as who you are, right? And that you realize people love you. And that all of a sudden, all of those dreams and wishes that you had as a child when you were first born and incarnated on this planet as a perfect individual, not tainted by programs and patterns and parenting and getting stuck in these looping cycles that we create ourselves due to our interactions with the world around us. Right? So it's really illuminating. And then when we start speaking the truth on it, our vibration lifts, we become who we truly are, and we start magnetizing all of those dreams because they are in vibration with us, okay? And miracles happen, and I promise you, and it heals the collective because you are daring to hold up your mirror and illuminate the truth, okay? So I use tarot, and tarot just kind of gives a glimpse into the metacognitive process of human beings so that you can see all sides of it. It gives you a different perspective, okay? A world view, right? So that ascended view. And then I look at the past card, which is just that dipstick into the person, the quality of or the energy of the person that the reading is for. So that's how you can kind of claim the reading, right? But there's messages here for everybody. Just because you clicked on this video means that you're probably going to hear something that you need to hear, because we are all God. And God speaks through everything, okay? There are no coincidences in life. There aren't, all right? And that's something that you'll find on this self-ascending journey, that, that you definitely are put exactly where you need to be. God is always speaking through others, trying to remind you who you truly are so that you can wake up and step into your purpose. All right, and then we go into the here and now and kind of see what's going on with the situation, and then into the future. Now, the future is that guidance. It's going to tell you a little bit about the most likely outcome if you stay on this path, which is awesome because guess what? We got free will, folks. So if you don't like it, guess what do you get to do? You get to change it, all right? There's nothing I'm telling you that you can't change, all right? So, and that's the beauty of tarot. It's perfect for the self-healing journey because I've been saying this for years. If something makes you feel a certain kind of way, evaluate it. You know, if it doesn't, discard it, let it go, right? But if it makes you go, gives you a feeling, those feelings need to be addressed, right? Okay. So anyway, if you'd like a personal private reading from me, my email is right there in the corner. You can hit me up there, and I'll tell you the process for that. I'm always down to help anybody that's looking to better themselves and help lift this consciousness to higher vibration, okay? Because it's going to take all of us. Well, I mean, most of us anyway. All right. All right. My collective is getting larger, so my readings become more general or really specific for certain people. So if you're just looking for me to zone right into you, I can help you with that, all right? I can help illuminate your truth, and yeah. Anyway, crosswatchers are also welcome. If you're peering into this video and you're seeing somebody else and your situation on the other side, this message is also for you. Okay, this is meant to be enlightening information. It's always good to step back and see yourself, all right, so that you can evaluate it. All right, let's get into the reading. I'm going to start, and I'm going to start in the past and see where that takes us. I'm going to shuffle some cards. I'll be right back. There's going to be no time at all in your world, okay? So see you in like 2 seconds. So I'm feeling the effects here and the energy of this black moon, okay? We've all heard of the blue moon, correct? Ah, sorry. A blue moon just means, like they say, once in a blue moon because it's really rare. Well, once in a black moon is probably even rarer because you don't hear about it that often. A blue moon is just a full moon that happens twice in a month. A black moon is a new moon that happens twice in a month. So this black moon is a new moon that's happening tonight, and it's in Capricorn. And new moons are always the time to set intentions, okay? So this is when we state to the universe and to ourselves, a goal, all right? And so with the influence of Capricorn, it's creating a stable foundation for our goals and stepping into self-mastery, okay? Because we got stable Capricorn here, who's a hard worker, all about, exposing truth, in faulty systems. And I like Capricorn energy. It's pretty reliable and dependent, and they get shit done. Okay, so we can expect that these intentions will be followed through on. All right, and when their focus and goal is inward introspection, then we can expect some radical changes. And so this is a beautiful time in the collective. But if we're on the other side of this coin, okay, because we got the duality, folks, right? Then we can also expect to see some truths being exposed and some people panicking and running around like the Muppets character, that the one that does this Beaker, who's always like right, because shit's blowing up because that scientist he works with. So expect some people scattering to hide some truths because of other people's intentions are exposing them. Okay, so let's get right into these cards. In the past position, this is the dipstick card. It lets you know if this reading is for you. I'm pulling Judgment. Okay, so this card to me, when the Judgment card appears for me, it's acknowledging your purpose. Okay, it's somebody that dares to evaluate themselves, right? Which is perfect for this Capricorn energy. Definitely an influence. And that dares to look at themselves and make changes. Okay, now this is a person I also feel has been under some judgment of people around them. I'm picking up on some scapegoating kind of shit here. All right, somebody that's been real criticized and kind of takes the blame for things, unjustly so. Yeah, that's the energy I'm feeling. That's the image I'm getting because a goat pops up in my head. Okay, now the scapegoat is kind of that term. It comes from a Jewish tradition. That the Hebrews had in a family. They would take a goat and they would sacrifice it at an altar, and the belief was that this absorbed the sins of the family, okay, and purified it. Now This has taken on some very like literal, traditions in families of now we're sacrificing one person. And usually this is a really strong person in the family. That person that threatens the rest of the family because they're different, right? They're strong. They've got qualities that other people look at and are jealous of, or that make them feel inferior. So, and instead of, it's a real avoidant thing, right? Instead of actually going inside themselves and letting, because these are triggers. So a real strong member of the family around people that like maybe haven't reached their goals, are not feeling good about themselves, right? It's triggering. Right? A person with a voice that is not afraid, not afraid. Okay. That maybe has achieved some level of success, or, just ultimately they have to bring this person down or disqualify them for their truth in order to feel better, because they're definitely not going to go within and actually avoid examine themselves. Remember, this is what we're doing. This is okay. God created this simulation for the purpose of feeling emotions, but yet what do we do when we incarnate? We run from those feelings. We feel them. He didn't want to just experience the positive ones, right? He wanted to experience the negative ones. So we signed up for this, guys. We put these people around us and to help us learn, right? Okay. And so now they get to experience these negative emotions, and you get to feel their negative emotions. Okay. And if this feels like your energy, if you're the scapegoat, this reading is for you. Okay. Because I'm getting a person with this judgment card being upright has actually, like, Christina Aguilera says, thanks for making me fighter, made my skin a little bit thicker, makes me that much wiser, thanks for making me fighter. So I'm picking up on a person that, like, in this adversity, right, because of being birthed into that, and that the treatment that they gave you, actually, in that search for finding self and healing, created qualities in you that shed a light now on that. Okay. It's a real interesting cycle that gets you into. Okay. So you got a couple options here, right? You got a couple options, because when you're raised into a family like this, you become it. All right. Because you learn that that's your role in the family, right? Your role is to absorb that and take all the blame. And so that becomes safe for you. So then what happens when you go off to school? In your social circle, you become that person too, because you feel like that's the only way to survive in social settings. So it's actually perpetuating a continuing cycle of this. Okay. And these people often are very evaluative, because they're always they have to figure out why they're at fault all the time. So they're always going in to try and figure out what they did wrong so that they can own up to these problems that they didn't create, and right. And then everybody around them becomes elevated because we're just trying to help her and fix her, right? So they do little things to appear better to the world, when even though they're the exact reason why you are the way you are. Okay, so we can break these cycles, and I'm picking up on a real warrior, right? Somebody that has absolutely attained a level of mastery of self because of the fact that they were constantly going within and bettering themselves, right? They got really used to that being triggered by all of this, and so they are able to then develop a mask, right? Because then they start seeing it all around them in other people, and seeing the people they're targeting, so they start standing up for other people, right? And so it's it becomes really threatening and triggering for the people around him. Okay, so if this feels like your energies is for you, so in the current position, I'm picking up on the Three of Swords, and this is how I can tell that you are healed from this. Okay, when the Three of Swords appears upright, it just means deception, right? There's been some backstabbing bullshit going on. But when it's in reverse, this just means that you've pulled out each one of those swords and you've examined it. You've enlightened yourself. You've given yourself that Ace of Swords clarity, right? That light that I talk about that us light workers possess. Okay. This is often in a role that light workers are put into, right? Because it helps. You have to put yourself in these positions in order to see the truth around you, right? But by being quiet about it and accepting it doesn't help anybody. When you start speaking on it, you're going to see some backlash. Okay, I'm seeing also that you are healed from this, right? That's what they didn't expect. Okay, is that you became the masculine, your own masculine, to protect yourself against this. The King of Cups has a real mastery of their own emotions. Okay, they don't allow bullshit. They have emotional independence and an emotional intelligence, right? They understand when things are a you problem. They can protect themselves with that masculine quality, so they've learned that. Now this can also mean they're definitely in a divine union. You can step into a divine union that's also healing, all right, that has a masculine that has helped you heal this by being that emotional, that, you know, protecting that for you and giving you that power as a feminine, right, to experience your emotions with a healthy boundary. So it can also mean that there is a healthy masculine around you that's helping you heal this by providing that protection against that for you. Okay, so it can be either or. All right, there are still healthy relationships out there, folks, that, you know, definitely can heal each other, and a divine union will help heal you. All right, a healthy one. But that's not always the case, right? Because as the scapegoat, what do? We are comfortable and we take on that role. So most likely you've gotten into a relationship with a narcissist or a group of people that use that peer shaming, because it's a real narcissistic tactic to do that, right? Where you take a group of people and you all gang up, right? And you use a social setting to shame them in front of others, to deflate them, keep them complacent, keep them under control, right? But definitely I'm seeing the King of Cups upright. So this shows me that shit ain't happening. You've healed that. You've healed that, and you are either your own masculine or you have a healthy masculine around you. Okay? So what's going on in the future? Uh-oh. What do I see? What do I see in the subconscious? First of all, I'm seeing the devil. So the devil doesn't mean the devil, okay? These are all of the things that distract us on the earthly plane from actually healing ourselves, right? Drugs and alcohol, gossip, group mentalities, peer shaming, scapegoating, right? Materialism, status, religion, all this shit that distracts us and that we can hide behind and use as ways to mask who we truly are and avoid feeling those feelings. Okay, so I'm picking up that this is definitely a group of gossiping bitches, okay, male or female, I don't care which. These are definitely people threatened by you stepping into your own power, right? Because guess what? They created this, and that's the beautiful thing, right? By their abuse, they have created somebody that has separated with healthy boundaries, gone inside internally to heal themselves, see the truth, and shine it right back at them. That's the sad thing, okay? That, you know, you're truth tellers now, you're truth speakers, and they don't like that because I'm seeing some Five of Swords gossiping. Like, definitely, this means drama, drama, okay? So be prepared for some backlash on your healing. But I'm proud of you. Hey guys, this is some good energy today. I'm loving the Capricorn influence in the collective, that collective energy on our healing journey. So this was a real quick one today, but it was a pleasure to bring it to you with love and light. Remember, guys, we are all on different parts of the self-healing journey. Okay, and I'm telling you, let go of things that don't serve you. All right, that's the first step in this process, okay? I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more. I no longer need validation, right? Okay? Be that for yourself, all right? Put yourself around some healthy people that uplift you and don't need to poke holes and like tell you how bad you are. People that love you don't do that. All right. And you know, at first you might feel real isolated, but that's a hermiting time. Okay, that's gonna be the very first place you go when you have to cut off everything around you to step into your power and purpose. It might feel a little bit alone, but this term depression or hermiting mode is what I call it, hermit mode. All right, is that just, it might look like somebody that's depressed. But man, after all those years of abuse and exhaustion, it's deep rest, depression, deep rest. All right. It's a time to sleep, get rid of the influences around you, and really examine and see the truth. This allows you, without all that clutter, with some rest and like getting all that abuse as far away from you, it allows you to really start that healing process, connect to your own intuition and feel your own truth and get that connection to the divine so that you can trust and find your own place of calm, so you know when things are coming in and out of your energy that aren't yours. Those belong to other people. Let them have that. Okay? If your success and your voice and your healing journey threatens them, that means you're doing a good job. Okay? Because that's exactly what it should do. Wake up the collective. All right? So get used to it. Just know chaos and clutter, chaos around you from other people just means you're on the right track. I'm so proud of you guys. Be kind to yourself, hey, but be kinder to those around you. Examine it and see it for what it is, because without them doing that to you, you wouldn't have become so strong. So, like I say, my karmics get my intro credits and my exit credits, but they don't get a B in my movie. I got the star and roll in that shit. Love and light. Mwah. We're all suffering this human condition together.